Lane Middle School. I'm Alejandra Haren, and today it's Friday, August 21st, and this is News in the Nation with my dad. Bye.
Thank you, Alejandra. For those of you that don't know, that is my 10-year-old daughter. She joins us here for News in the Nation, just doing the introduction. And again, this is a Group 2 Friday. So Group 2 students, welcome back in person. Group 1, you're joining us online for your Friday. And what a great week, great first full week we had. So thank you for being here, everybody. And I know we're all excited for the weekend, a little rest and relaxation. And then, of course, we'll be back at it next week. But right now, again, we're going to have Mr. Jackson. Lots of compliments on the job he did with the Pledge of Allegiance yesterday. We're going to have him take it away again. So go ahead, Mr. Jackson, with our Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Could you please stay standing for a moment of silence? Thank you. You can be seated.
And thank you, Mr. Jackson, for that Pledge of Allegiance and our moment of silence. Students, just a few reminders. I'm going to keep these announcements short today so we can get into our learning for the day. First of all, though, remember to mask up. We've had numerous conversations with a number of students, and guys and girls, I totally get it. It is not fun wearing a mask all day long, but I want you to remember again, the reason we are wearing this all day long is so that we can actually be in school in person, because the alternative is none of us are in school and we're all at home with virtual learning. And I think we would all agree that it is much better to be learning together in person, no matter how restrictive the guidelines are. But that human connection piece is just so vital. And it's just fun being able to interact with all of you on a daily basis. I know your teachers and the staff agree with me on that, being able to see you guys in person as well as on the Zoom. For all you virtual learners, it is still so much fun to interact with all of you. And it's just fantastic, the job you're all doing as we get started here. I want to lay out some of our guidelines, and teachers, you're going to get this in an email later on today, the specifics. But next week, by the end of the week on Friday, I want to be able to give out our first ever Rise Above and Be Dynamic Awards in the Viking Nation. And so what's going to happen, students, is teachers are going to look for the students that are doing extraordinary work. They are showing grit, showing determination, or showing growth, no matter where you're at or what part of the learning curve you're on. But that's what we're going to be looking for. And each teacher is going to submit 1 or 2 names to me by the end of the week on Thursday, end of the day on Thursday. And on Friday, I will run the raffle drawing where we're going to select those winners, and those winners will be able to get a gift card to a restaurant or a store that I'll have. And I haven't decided exactly on all those details, but I'll be able to show you that as we get into next week. Very similar to what I did in May, what we did in May. But this time we're definitely going to get, there is a bug flying around. I'm in the garage right now doing these. There's a gnat flying around. So if you see me doing that, I'm not losing my mind. But anyway, so look for that. And then teachers, again, we're going to have some sort of Google shared Excel sheet where you can upload those students, and we'll be able to see who's being selected. And again, we'll do sort of that we'll decide, and I'll put all the names in there, and we'll see who wins it. We'll show you on the announcements on Friday morning, and we'll get those out on Friday, or get them in the mail if you're a virtual learner, if you want to come pick it up from the school. So I'm excited to get the Rise Above and Be Dynamic awards out for our students. Similarly, staff, we're going to be running, as I did yesterday with Mrs. McLean, but other staff spotlights and shout outs, whether it's letting you all meet the office staff, new faces in the building, or even just getting to know the different staff that have been with us for years that you may not have known worked here at Lane. And I think these are great opportunities to spotlight those individuals. Finally, Students want to again mention the importance of attendance, especially to those of you that are virtual learning, whether you're all remote or whether you are just the blended learner that it's your day to be at home, whether you're group 1 or group 2. You should know that beginning this week, as of Wednesday, we were sending out truancy calls for students that were not reporting to their classes on time. And so you need to start right away at 7:30 in the morning, folks. Students, if you're there at home, making sure you're logging on, taking the attendance, and participating. I can't stress the part of participation and engagement enough. You have to show your teachers that you are engaging in either the Zoom call, in the work that's being handed in, or else you won't get credit for that. And it's not enough to just log in and say, hey, I'm doing good today, and think you're getting credit for that class. That's not the way it works. You have to get in there, you have to participate, and that's how you get your credit for being in class that day, and that present that you were present, either particularly online. So that's important that you're able to do that. So parents, if you're watching this, please reinforce that with your kids, because I know you don't want a truancy call. You're expecting your child to be online. Students, your parents expect you to be online, so make sure you're doing that as you get into and you're doing that virtual learning at home. So this particular was particularly for you, group 2 people that are, or I'm sorry, group 1 people that are at home today, and all you online virtual learners, but it applies to everybody. So just wanted to make sure that we are reaching out, we're sharing that information. Parents, feel free to call in if you're unsure, and let me talk to you. Let us walk you through the importance of that engagement and attendance piece, because we don't want those truancy calls going out to you, and they do go out twice a day. Once at 10:30 a.m. and another at around 2:30 p.m. So, well, listen, it's been a great week. Enjoy the rest of your Friday to you all. Make sure you stay engaged in your classes. Rise above, be dynamic. We're looking forward to seeing you next week on Monday. We're finishing up the day with you. Thanks, everybody.